Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Kurt Sprigler, your local realtor here on 30A. I wanted to take a second. We are halfway through January, and I wanted to do a nice little recap of what was going on in 2023. It's crazy. This is already almost the end of January 2024, but if you're working with a great agent or a broker who knows the market very well, who keeps a very good eye on it, they should be educating you. They should be giving you updates, and we know what's going to typically happen predictability wise in the future if we look back at what's going on in the past and some certain things that we can see that have caused disruptions, see that we have caused market trends, and if we're going in the right direction or a different direction. So today I'm going to show you the market trends of 2023 for East 30A, West 30A, Miramar Beach, and Destin. All right, we'll jump right into it. I know there's a lot of stuff on my screen. Don't pay attention to any of it. I'm sorry. I just want to show you this one right here. And also I wrote some little things, some notes and things to help me, cause I am forgetful. On a different note, I adopted a dog today. Her name is Coco and she's a little Chihuahua. So if you hear her barking, she might, it's okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. So right below my face, right here, you're going to see the average sales price. This is kind of an indicator of if the market is going in a positive direction, a negative direction. And so looking first at the East Side 30A, the teal color is going to be this year or this past year, 2023. The yellow color is going to be 2022 and the blue color is going to be 2021. So I'm sure everyone's heard the news that mortgage rates are extremely high. They're crazy. You can't do it, blah, blah, blah. It makes no sense. Couple different ways to think about this. So you have to remember, whenever you take out a 30-year mortgage, the first 7 years of that mortgage are 98% interest payments, okay? So don't get wrapped around the axle that you're doing all this stuff, and guess what interest payments are? They're debt, which are tax-free. So there's still huge tax benefits to investing in second homes, rental properties, investment properties, not only with cash flow, but also appreciation. And oh, by the way, you get a sweet beach house on 30A. Pretty good lifestyle. So sales prices have increased since 2021. On the east side of 30A, we're talking 32.7%. On the west side of 30A, looking at 27.4%. And Miramar Beach, 37.7%. Ding, ding, ding. We love Miramar Beach. Miramar Beach is fantastic for real estate investors, short-term rentals, long-term rentals, everything across the board. I'm absolutely in love with Miramar Beach if you're okay with not being on 30A. Destin's up 14.7, still really healthy numbers. And so if you would ask me, where else you can invest and have 30% gains in 2 years, I don't really know the answer. Bitcoin, maybe you could also lose like negative 600%. I don't know. I don't know anything about the cryptocurrency stuff. I can't put my hands on it. But this is actual real estate. These are actual sales prices. So this is actual data that we can touch, measure, feel, and we love it here on 38. All right. So the first one, big picture summary. Everything is up across the board. And it's actually a very healthy growth now. In the last couple of years, we had some really crazy growth. We had some, over ask, no contingencies, type growth. That's very, it's very dangerous for a lot of investors because they can get the impression they can start flipping, they can take on more debt, that the rental income will just offset the expense of it. Not always the case. Working with an experienced agent like myself will help you navigate those issues before they come up, to make sure that all your expenses are covered through a great property manager, to make sure that all of your maintenance issues are covered. I have thousands of connections in the area, from everything from flooring to remodeling to decking to putting in seawalls. I mean, everything. Just ask me what you need and I'll gladly share my contact with you. All right, so sold prices. So here's the next one we're going to look at. And I'm just going to minimize these so we can kind of focus on one thing at a time. Sold price per square foot. This is what appraisers love. They don't care that you've got a greenhouse with beautiful landscaping and all this stuff. They look at price per square foot, baby. And so as you can see, 2023, price per square foot is going up on the east side of 30A. Same thing, west side of 30A, a little bit, in Miramar Beach, 2022 and 2023 are pretty comparable. Same thing in Destin. So the price per square foot is definitely appreciating faster and higher in 30A versus Destin and Miramar Beach. And so it's not a huge increase. However, on average, the 28% increase in the sold price per square foot across all these areas is still pretty outstanding. I mean, that's amazing. And a lot of you might be thinking, like, oh, I missed out on buying real estate. Maybe I should wait. Maybe it's going to go up. Hey, look, I'm not here to tell you when to buy and sell your real estate. I'm here to help you navigate those hard questions to say, you know, is this the right time to sell? That's the right time for you. I know there's a perfect thing about timing the market. And, oh, these people bought at the cheapest price. I should have bought in 2012. Well, so should everybody. But who knew? Who knew that that was the golden year? And I shouldn't have bought in whatever year. It doesn't matter. Hey, look, think about today as if it's your last day on the planet. And do you want a house on 30A? And do you want to work with an agent who can help you with the numbers to make sure it all makes sense? Like, just ask yourself that simple question. And if 30A is a great place to be, or if you've lived here for the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and it might be time to relocate to a different area for whatever reason, I'm here to help you navigate those as well. Or if you need to turn it into a rental, I can help you with recommendations. So big picture, price per square foot is going up. Very good. We like that. And also, if you're interested in price per square foot and possibly building, my wife and I are in the process of building. We work with many builders in the area. I can tell you kind of ballpark price per square foot for spec homes, custom homes, things like that, depending on what location it is, if it's waterfront, if it's, you know, beachfront, things like that. Those all go into account on your price per square foot for building. Also the construction, is it ICF, is it concrete, is it stick built? You know, all those different types of things go into it. So if you need a recommendation, let me know. But the price per square foot is going up. All right. Oh, I moved my head. Don't move my head. Don't move my head. I didn't tell you to move my head. I'm trying to move my picture. There we go. All right, total sales. Shocker. Sales are down. Okay, don't freak out. Okay, so this is expected. Whenever mortgage rates typically go up, you know, a lot of buyers, they want to wait. They want to hang out. Hey, they're going to come down. The Fed has to lower it. The good news is the Fed has already announced 2024. They're doing 3 rate decreases on mortgages. I don't know those particular time frames. I think it's up to them whenever they release all that stuff. But that is great news. That's going to allow more buyers to get into the market. That's going to allow more people to refinance and get, you know, equity out and buy more, you know, real estate or invest in something else. So those are great things. 2023, you know, our sales are down as expected, 34%. Oh, that's not good. But like I said, we already knew that. And if you followed me, if you're getting my emails, if you know, read my stuff online, you're going to know that I'm preparing you for these things. It's not like you go to the doctor and, you know, you got an issue and then it's a shock to you. It's just, I'm going to prep you for these things so you're not going to be surprised. And nobody likes it when their house won't sell or their property takes 6 months to sell whenever 2 years ago it took, you know, 1 day. Those are unrealistic things. So anyways, total sales are definitely down from 2021. That was kind of what we consider the you know, the peak of the mountain, if you will. And it's stabilizing. So just remember that, people. It's stabilizing, which is great for a healthy real estate market. We don't want these bubbles. We don't want these overbid, all this stuff. It's unless you're a seller, but then again, you might be doing a 1031 exchange. You're rolling it right over, and you're hurried to do another investment purchase because you want to save on the tax. There's other avenues that you can do besides 1031 exchanges that I can help you with if that is an avenue that you don't want to go, but you still want to defer those taxes. I can connect you with some people who can help you with that. And if you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out to me. I didn't introduce my phone number, but it's 850-225-3381. I live here in Santa Rosa Beach. I've lived here for 10 years. I am a military guy, prior Air Force. Everybody jokes it's Chair Force, but, you know, it is what it is. So let's talk about average days on market. So this is really interesting data. So while the average days on market has nearly doubled, these are still pretty low numbers comparatively to pre-COVID market conditions. So what does that mean? It means that we are in a stable market. So back when I joined real estate in 2014, crazy to say that, I would sign year-long listing agreements because the average days on market was between 150 and 170 days. So if you had a 6-month listing agreement, which is pretty standard now, you'd be out of time to sell that house before the even average house sold. So if you had a below average house that needed some work or TLC, good luck. You better price it to sell, or it's going to be an extremely hard thing to do. So we're getting very close to a great balanced market. If you're curious what that is, a balanced market is about 120 to 150 days on market, depending, because there are houses that are updated, remodeled, that are going to sell faster. There's also location that plays into that pretty big. And so here you go. Here's the numbers. Here's the data. Everything is a little bit higher from last year, but we feel like this is a healthy move in the real estate transition. Okay. So that being said, everyone's probably like, okay, Kurt, let's get to the brass tacks. What does 2024 look like? Let me rub my crystal ball and do my voodoo stuff. Okay. Nobody knows what 2024 is going to be. Okay. There's a lot of different factors that go into real estate, political factors, financing factors, a lot of these companies, the stock market is booming, baby. I mean, it is crushing it right now. So a lot of people, they love to move that money out of the stock market and they like to put it in real estate. So right here, half the fun is not knowing what's going to happen in 2024. I mean, who knows? It's a perfect time to buy a beach house. It's the perfect time to sell a beach house if these are your priorities and you need to do that. I am not a salesperson. I'm an advisor. I'm here to give you the data. If you feel like this is a good conversation to have in the future, fantastic. I'd love to have it. My wife and I both own investment properties and I hate selling them. I always tell her, I'm not selling this. I'm not selling. And then, somehow she's like, well, we can do this, we can do that. And then somehow we move on from one thing to another and then another thing pops up. So it might be that you opened my email today and that's what got you thinking about it. So who knows? But here we go. I want to get into this 2024 because it's looking very interesting. So pre-COVID market conditions were pretty average, pretty normal. There wasn't a lot of building, and I can't predict the future. So let me emphasize that. But I can tell you this. If you follow Walton County Planning and Development, which I do, and you follow the builder's resource in the local Walton County and Okaloosa County, I want you to guess how many years, not months, years behind they are in current demand for housing. It's getting close to 20 years. 20 years where we've got people looking for housing in certain areas and certain price ranges, and we're 20 years behind where it needs to be. So the builders can't keep up. They can't keep inventory if it's priced right. I mean, again, everything kind of goes back to price and what a buyer's willing to pay and seller's willing to save for them. So I want you to know that in 2024, if you have questions about what's going on in this market, is it a good time? Is it not a good time? I want to be a resource for you. I don't want to be just another salesperson or whatever trying to make a commission, because look, I look for people and clients that I love to work with who love to work with me. I look at it as a partnership. We work together. Some clients, they want an agent who is going to take over, run the show, tell them what to do, all this stuff. Hey, look, if that's what you're looking for, someone who is going to be an alpha male and say, hey, look, I want you to take over. I want you to do everything, and hopefully it all works out. That's not the way I roll, okay? I'll be right up front with you. I want to make sure that we're both on the same page. I want to make sure that we have a deep conversation about what your needs are. And if the time is not right, I am going to flat out tell you, I don't think this is a good decision, although I still will do as you wish me to do, because at the end of the day, this is your real estate. So I wanted to send you this video. Hopefully it shines a little light on 2023. It's been a fantastic year. I can't thank my team enough. We've got great contractors who helped a lot of clients with their renovation needs, with their flooring needs, with all kinds of stuff. My house is the last one to get renovated, so it's still not renovated. I'm rocking travertine floors from 2006. Love it. And a little side note, my wife and I, we have 2 beautiful children. My wife is also a realtor with Newman Daily Resort Properties. I am with Compass. We are 2 different flavors of ice cream. So if you're looking for a different flavor of ice cream, you should call her. She's amazing. Heather Sprigler is her name. And we live on Buck Bayou, which is right behind Sacred Heart Hospital. And we have 2 little dogs. Like I said, I just adopted another little dog, Coco. She's a little Chihuahua. And we are super familiar with waterfront properties, boathouses, riprap, putting in dead men to make sure your seawall's secured. We have amazing marine contractors that we work with for those types of things. So if you've ever wanted to live on the water, have a boat, get access to the bay, go out to the Gulf, all that fun stuff, I can help you with that. And it's not as scary as it sounds. We can navigate this, and I've got the experience to help advise you. So thank you so much for checking out my video. If you have any other questions, like I said, feel free to give me a call. My phone number is, I will move it out of the way. Whoa, I moved my head again. Sorry about that. I will move these things out of the way so you can see it. Here's my information, my name, Compass 30A, and my phone number. And I am not a automated thing. I had to call the electric company today. It took 10 minutes and a bunch of zeros to finally get to somebody because it kept automating me and kept pushing me and doing all this stuff. I'm not that person. This is my direct cell phone number. You call that phone number or you text that phone number. It is to me, not to some machine, not to some, nothing against it, but like a lot of people outsource this stuff to the Philippines, to whoever. That's cool. And if you want to check out some great reviews on me, you can just go to your google.com, and you can type in my name, Kurt Sprigler. Should pop up somewhere. Let's click me. You can check out my Facebook reviews right here. I've got 119 votes, 5-star reviews on Facebook. Realtor.com, I've got 9 reviews, 5-star. And on Zillow, should be on here somewhere. I don't know where Zillow went, but Zillow is also... Oh, here we go. Kurt Sprigler, 30A Realtor, Zillow. I've got 5-star ratings with 19 votes. If you don't have a realtor, if you don't have a broker, if you are interviewing them, if you're looking for someone to have a great relationship with, a long-term relationship, and somebody who doesn't blow smoke, I would love to, have that partnership with you and, work together with you in this area. So feel free to check me out online, read some reviews. I've got tons of pictures here, tons of products. These are all of our sold properties. And if you want to check out my website, it is just kurt30a.com. Pretty simple. You can go to it, and here's the website. And to navigate this website, you can search homes, you can search condos. Here's a little bit about me. I went to Purdue University. I was an Air Force guy, and I love Chihuahuas. It's awesome, right? You can also find out what your property's worth. This is basically going to send me a form saying, hey, this person is interested. You need to do more of a detailed analysis. The best thing for me to do is just come out, check out the property, 10, 15 minutes. I can walk through it, and then I can tell you a ballpark of what is going on with that property. And you can also see some of my listings right here that are currently for sale here in Santa Rosa Beach. And again, some testimonials. And of course, my YouTube video. I share a lot of information. There's a lot of people that can't sell their property, or they've had issues selling property, or they've tried it with a different realtor and their realtor did not know what they were doing, or they weren't upfront about what needed to happen for that property to sell at that price. This is a great video for you to watch. If you were listed before and you tried it, this Secrets Realtors Don't Want You to Know is a fantastic resource for homeowners if they're thinking about selling. Even if you already have an agent, if you have you have a relationship with somebody, that is amazing. Do not break that relationship. I love whenever people are loyal. Loyalty is a huge quality that I look for in people. But that video will at least give you some information to say, hey, look, these might be some things we should consider before going back on the market. And it just talks about kind of the big picture, what we do pre-listing, during listing, post-listing, things like that. So thank you so much for checking out this video. Again, I am Kurt Sprigler. I am a local realtor here on 30A. I live in Santa Rosa Beach, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for checking out the video.